We're all sitting here tonight, so please thank them for
Pastor Egg, you jump right on whatever it may be. Contact a hotel for our travel, a flight for our travel, rent a car, anything you ask for, she will jump on it. Just to help. Not only us, like I said, it helps all of us. Because a lot of times we don't have time to pick up that phone at work, or when you're on the way home from work to the house, you gotta get dinner ready for the kids, and get dinner ready for the husband, or husband get dinner ready for the wife. If that's the case, but I want to really say thank you to somebody that's really helped us a lot. Maddie, you go.
But we now have a competition squad. This year, our girls, 2 of our squads were in place first place. All 3 squads made it to nationals. This year, we're only bringing 1 squad to Vegas. That all 4 girls are beginners, meaning no dance experience, no cheer experience. So that is amazing. This year, that's amazing that these girls did so well. What you guys don't see behind the stages is the Sunday practices, the extra practices for those boys, the top fun, low calories, my girls are cheering the whole time. I have never met 28 ladies so dedicated from the age of 5 to the age of 15. They put everything they have in the cheer. This year, we have 3 squads. Continue to grow that program even more. I'd like to thank a couple of people. I don't think they're actually here, but my assistant coach, Marissa B Valdez. If I didn't have her by my side, I don't know Ryan Hines.
Second for the. She only tried. I'm sacrificing mine. I'm just saying. That's what I told you. Yeah, I told you. If I'm I just tried morning.
Each year we'd like to recognize all the girls for most improved cheerleaders, most valuable cheerleaders, and for your picked by Allie and myself.
I do appreciate that we got in.
And Coach Lorraine. And the three of us decided that, I'm not here, but I just want to mention, this is the youngest girl on our squad. She has no experience whatsoever, but she tried every time she was there. She was confident, passionate, everything we threw at her. She just asked for help and she kept throwing. So our most improved cheerleader from our White squad is Ryan Hines. It's tough for these young girls to stay with it the whole time. It's a long, hard practice, but she was there every time. But not only did she learn her dance, she also learned the routine dance, and I'm pretty sure she probably loves how to varsity moves. She developed so much this year, and she's a pleasure to work with. Isabella Burnett, our most valuable cheerleader.
That's why I want you better disagree with
not missing them at all. Every beat. My quarterback, Spencer. Just like Spencer, he made my offense work. He opened all the holes. Everyone could follow him wherever they needed to go. I put a kid in to let him get a touch, and he goes, just follow me. Said that, oh, that was impressive. Also, my middle linebacker. What else can I say? Izzy. He took an active leadership role from day one, helping lead in stretches. When we put him on the sideline, he was always coaching up the younger kids, helping them just learn, showing them what to do the right way. Always worked hard, always wanted the top way to finish the drills, no matter what we were doing. And that is Elite Carter.
Very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna call out the kids' names. First kid I'm gonna call is our center, David. David's not here right now, so I'm gonna move on to the next. All right, the next kid is our quarterback, DB Marcus. Next kid on the call is Roman. Running back Roman. Alright, our wide receiver, Andrew. We got our tight end, defensive end, linebacker, Kevin. Our center, Gianni. Our next child is our quarterback, Jerry. Our next other quarterback, Lieutenant. My next guy, I don't even know what he does, but I think he's my son. Next child is Joey, our fullback. One of our all-pros, Danny. And these guys are D-linemen, O-linemen, person. Esther. We have another D-lineman, O-lineman, Andre. One of our veterans. special corner, wherever might be needed. Amon. I'm the wide receiver coach. This is one of my wide receivers, Jarrell. Another one of our veterans to be moving up, Julius Williams.
start off with the awards, and then we'll go off with the individual awards after that.
First participant, AJ Velasquez. Next,
Outstanding kid, good kid off the field and on the field. Excellent player. one of the luckiest ones in and we didn't miss a beat on the team. So to me, that shows most improvement. That's Jared Clark.
That's hard to do. I want to thank every coach that's had the opportunity to work with them. They're a direct reflection of the coaching staff throughout this with this program. So from the time they got with us to now, they're a direct reflection of every coach that's had the opportunity to coach them. First, I'm going to introduce my coaching staff. Without these guys, I can't do it by myself. First is wide receiver coach, our line coach, Coach Jules couldn't be here today, but Coach Jules Valdez, Coach linebackers and tight ends. Without these guys, I couldn't do my job. Your sons were very lucky to have a coaching staff that's had a lot of coaching experience at the college level, high school level, and at the youth level. So these guys, they put in a lot of hours, okay? A lot of times where they're calling me at 12 o'clock at night, Coach, what do we do for the game? So without these guys, I couldn't do myself. So this team right here, last fall, undefeated. We take it to nationals in Las Vegas, and they're 6 points away from winning that tournament. 6 points away. Okay? Came back, spring, had a successful season, come back this fall. And we asked every one of these kids what their goal is. And each one of these kids said, go undefeated, win the championships, and they accomplished that. So this is a special group of young men that put their mind together and all had a common goal. So I'll start introducing them. First kid, been with this program since we first started. Left and came back a tremendous football player. Great team player, great leader. Always did what he was told to do or asked to do without a problem. Yes, coach, not a problem. Okay? I'm not going to go ahead. Okay, this is a kid who, pound for pound, is probably one of the toughest kids on our team. And another kid always has a smile on his face. Regardless if we're doing up downs, making him run, this kid always has a smile on his face. You ask him to go tackle a 200-pound lineman, and he does it fearlessly. And that's Rashawn Williams. This kid right here, when he first came to us, we always saw the potential. Great athlete, probably always the fastest player on the team. But he was just getting used to playing football. Kind of shied away from contact. And then something switched, the light switch just turned on, and he came back. Played some quarters for us, wasn't afraid to come up and make some tackles. But probably has made some of the most dynamic plays out of anyone that's ever been with our organization. That's Aaron Cruz. This kid first came to us last spring, first-year player last spring. We all saw the talent in him, okay? But it takes a while to learn how to play the game of football. And we took him up to the Tanoa Bowl and kind of threw him into the fire. Threw him out there as a kick returner. And he was like a deer in the headlights. He was like, Coach, I'm returning kicks, I've never done it. And I said, you know what, you're a good athlete, go ahead, I got confidence in you. So, right to him, and he fumbles it away. The other team, they get it at the 15, and he's down on himself. I said, don't worry about it. He's like, Coach, I can't do it. I said, yes, you can. So I put him back out there. Okay? Gets the ball again. Awesome return, fighting for extra yards. Gets the ball stripped. It happens. He's down on himself. Coach, I can't do this. Okay? But this kid came back to us in the fall and made big plays all season long. Won us some games on offense and defense, and that's Brady Floyd. This kid right here, I had the pleasure to coach. I remember when we first started this organization, we had a sign-up, and he was this little kid with cornrows running around, asking for free hot dogs. We were barbecuing and doing hot dogs and stuff. And he said he was going to come out and play for us. So we gave him a couple free hot dogs, but I'd never seen him, right? He never came out to play for us. So following spring, he comes out, I'm like, I remember you took our hot dogs, right? And good kid, probably the biggest mouth on our team, always saying something funny to make the team laugh. But he really turned into a team leader, and that's Richard McDonald. All right, this kid was a first-year player to our organization this year. We had one of our earliest signups for this season. I got to meet this young man. And I asked him, I said, you know, you played football before? He was like, yeah, confident. I scored 6 touchdowns a game. I said, all right, that's nice, but we play in a pretty competitive league. We play big boy football. Coach, you score 6 touchdowns a game. Well, he didn't score 6 touchdowns a game, but he scored at least 2. And this is William Bolaños. Give it over to the mic over to our offensive line coach.
I just want to say, all these kids, it was a great pleasure coaching these young men this year. This team, you know, they started off, they were okay. They were a good team, but they became a great team. And it's because they practiced hard, they executed, and they got better every game. And just to say what a testament it is to how much better they got and how hard they worked. You know, we played a team the third game of the year, and we barely beat them by the end. We got lucky to win the game. Come back, play that team in the championship, they didn't even want to answer the bell at halftime. Go out and beat them 28-0 by half. That's how much better this team got. And that shows what good, hard players all these young men are and how great and how much work they put in and everything they did. So I can't say enough how proud I am of all of them. You know, especially the linemen. I always say it's one in the line and in the pits, you know, because I was a lineman. But the linemen, they really worked hard this year. All of them. They made each other better every practice. I was on them. They were never scared. We had guys that are smaller. A lot of guys way bigger than them. They went out there, they just hit them with their helmet, their shoulder pads, got right in their chest, and they all became great players. First guy I got here, he came to practice every day. He tried hard. He got better and better, and I can't wait to get him over the spring and make him even a better player. So Michael, thanks. Next guy I got, well, he always had a smile on his face, and we always tried to get him going. It was his first year playing, but no matter what, he showed up, and he kind of faltered for a little while, then he came back and realized he wanted to play. And if he keeps on playing, I think he's going to be a good high school football player. Bon Jovi. Alright, this next guy, he came out at the start of the season, just like some of these other guys, they thought they were great, but they weren't. Started working hard, really worked on his technique. He's probably, I have to say, made all of our line better, this young man right here, because the first one to learn played with his shoulders low, and he challenged everybody in practice every day to get better. And he really held down the right side of the line for us. He was an anchor there all year in right tackle, Elijah Luna. out, and he's a little bit young, a little more inexperienced, playing up. He could have played down on the JV level, but he chose to come up and play with the varsity. And he made a few mistakes in the beginning, but then he got his head straight and started playing really hard for us. And I can't say enough about him. He keeps playing hard, keeps his grades up, and works hard. He's going to be a great player. Walter Lopez. This next guy played left tackle for us. Started out the season. He was kind of shaky. We talked about that before, but I don't think anybody worked harder and said less and came as far as this young man. I mean, when he first started out, guys were pushing around a little bit, picking on him. By the end of the year, nobody wanted to mess with him, and I guarantee you nobody picks on him anymore. And I can't say enough about how hard he tried and the player he became by the end of the year. Dontrell Harden. This kid, he was just a pleasure to coach all year. He worked really hard. He had a lot of talent. He always had a smile on his face. It kept me laughing. And but he definitely, one thing I gotta say, he tried and he played 101% all the time. Motor's always going. Played both ways. Made a lot of great plays on defense. A lot of great blocks on offense. Can't say enough about Derek France. This guy, quiet kid, but he's, I love him because he's one of those kids that just does his talking with his helmet and his shoulders. He didn't know other things said. Enough said. He just came out and played ball every day, and I don't think I saw a guy our whole season that never got drove back on the defensive line. He held his own the whole time, and that's a testament to what kind of player he is. He also came in, played different spots for us. He played at center sometimes, came and played guard, which for a lot of people, they don't understand how tough that is, but you have to learn a whole different set of plays every time you switch positions. So we asked a lot of him this year, and he stepped up every time we asked him to do something. Hey, Ramsey. This guy too, another one I can't say enough about. He's like a little pit bull all year. He played a position of center for us, and he played against, you look at the size of him compared to everybody else, but he played against a lot of big guys, and he made a lot of great blocks. He had the tough job of having to snap the ball first, and also playing a shotgun, spread type of offense, wing T like we do. He has to make a lot of key snaps different. Sometimes we snap to the up back, sometimes to somebody else, and that's very hard to do, especially when you got somebody breathing down your neck. He learned all his plays first. He was in charge of the line the whole time. He was in charge of the huddle, and he always knew he told everyone what to do. He was a real leader on the offensive line. And also, sometimes we came out because we tried something else, and he never said a word when he came out. He was up, but I could always tell he was mad. He just wanted to get back in there. And I love that about him. Alex Medina. This last one here, this kid did a lot of good things for us. Played great. Okay. Last but not least, one of my favorite players this year, and I'm so sorry that he got hurt because he was one of our best linemen. He came out and he was a little bit out of shape when he first started playing. We got him in shape. We got him to get his technique improved, and he came out in the first games he was playing for us. He was just a beast, dominated everybody he played against, and unfortunately got hurt. One of the best things about him, though, was he was always smiling, always cracking jokes, and no matter how hard I was yelling at these guys and making them work, he always made everybody laugh. And he's just a great kid. Buddha.
How you guys doing? I was lucky enough and fortunate enough that I was able to coach linebackers, and I was also lucky enough that I was able to coach a couple of kids that I played with your dad. I can't beat that. One of them, me and his dad grew up together. I was fortunate enough last year that they asked me if I could go spring to get the linebackers ready for March. So I told him, yeah, I can do it. So I got a chance to know a lot of these kids. And one of them, Tariq, right? I grew up with his dad. I grew up with his grandma, his grandfather. I know his family. And it was a blessing to watch this kid grow, to watch him learn how to put his foot up, to watch him learn how to come up and take on the block, to watch him see how much of a good athlete that he became. And then I was very fortunate, very proud to coach Tariq Buzz. Where you at? Tariq. And here's another kid that I was lucky enough to play with his dad. His dad brought him out this year. His dad was telling me, my kid's not that big, but he never wanted to play football. He's a great surfer. He's great on the whatever skis, snow skis, right? But his dad's sport was football. And his dad was always saying, I can't wait to see if my son can step up and do whatever. By the end of the year, I'm a proud daddy to watch his son come up and make 2 of the biggest hits in some of our biggest games. And everybody knows that beast, 49 is number 32. He's the one that came up and made the big hit. Lucky fella. And another kid, I grew up with his family, right? I grew up with his uncles, his aunts. I got the pleasure to coach one of his other uncles at Balboa High School. And now I was able to coach him. I got to coach him during spring. In spring, he was a defensive lineman. He wasn't a linebacker. Fortunate enough for me that he wanted to play linebacker. So right before the Snow Bowl, before we brought him, he went up and played linebacker for us, for Coach and I, for a couple of weeks, and he played very well at Chernobyl. Then he came back, he played hard, and he turned out to be a very, very solid middle linebacker. Low make hungry. All right, and here's another kid, right? And everything I asked him to do, right? He never cried, never gave me a hard time. If I told him to play defensive end, he played defensive end. If I told him to play middle linebacker, he played middle linebacker. If I told him to play outside linebacker, he played outside linebacker. And he played for me as hard as he could. During the spring, he gave up his body for me, and he gave up his body for me again during the fall. Isaiah Luna, Little Luna. And here's another kid too. I got the pleasure of meeting him last spring. And I also got to see a lot of these kids we got to watch when they were younger. We weren't able to coach them, but we got to know the kids. This other kid, right, played middle linebacker for me last year during spring. He was a good middle linebacker, he's pretty solid. He started off this year, he started off middle. I'm pretty hard, when I'm set in something, I don't like changing, right? Coach is telling me, hey, we need to put this kid in outside linebacker because the Niners were killing us, right? They were too athletic, they spread the defense on us. And of course, I was egg-headed. After a couple of 80-yard runs, I kind of got them in, right? So we put him in outside backer. Once we put him in outside backer, he never left again. Keanu. The other kid, he's not here. He left. I got to watch this kid for a couple of years, right? The last 4 or 5 years, I got to see this kid. This kid's been part of our organization. He's been one of those kids that everybody always put out there for little plays that he could, right? We put him out there for 5, 6 plays, whatever he could get. He played his 5, 6 plays, it was done, right? Every year he did that, played defensive line. After the second game of the year, they decided to put him at linebacker. So I said, I'll take him at linebacker. We put him at linebacker. The kid just took a liking to linebacker, right? Played his heart out. By mid-season, he was playing 20 plays a game. This kid, I mean, if you could watch the transformation of a kid that you've seen that you were like, he shouldn't be playing football. Then you look at him this year and you're like, this kid belongs on the football field. He's not here right now with Caesar. A lot of you guys know Caesar. Caesar came up and had a great game.
Now, one we forgot, lineman came out, played D-line for us, did a great job, but he got injured. He made a a sack, giant sack for us in a game that helped us win the game. And if he didn't get hurt, kept us playing, we might have saw a lot more big things happen. So I'm hoping for some big things next year if we can stay healthy. That's a good season.
All right, we saved the best athletes for last. I told them all day that the DBs received for the best athletes. They're already big-headed. You guys know the series of the divas of the football field. And so I had a blend. By far the toughest crew to coach up, but they made my job a lot easier on the field when it came to executing and performing. So we're gonna get to the people that are here. First person, I automatically knew he was gonna be a stud. One of my shutdown corners, Premier, did it both ways, made a lot of plays. Towards the end of the year, I didn't get an opportunity to play him as much, but once again, he was very coachable, he was understanding, he knew his role, he accepted it. When it was crunch time, he knew it was his turn to get his. Can't wait to see him grow, play more. This is Ari Mitchell.
I'm still here at the awards night. It's not done yet.
All my boys are gone.
What time it is?
All right, last one.
Okay.
It was his first year this year. Right off the bat, I can tell he was a hard worker. You know, he ran every route as hard as he can.
Look at that.
He tells me all the time, Coach, I know the playbook better than anybody else on the team. Be in my ear all the time about playing time. I had a big crew. He worked his butt off, man. By the end of the year, he was making plays. He got down on himself a lot, but I talked him up. Hope he comes back. Once again, one of the better athletes on the field. He got his confidence after we had a little one-on-one drill. We started to boss everybody on the field, and I think that's what woke him up a lot. So I can't wait to see him in the spring. Can't wait to see him in the future. This is Carson Hughes. That's all I have.
All right, now we get to our awards. And this is part of the award ceremony or awards night that it almost pains me, because when you have a team that is this talented, a lot of people get left out. Okay, but like in life, people get awarded. There's individual awards, whether you're at work, school. But this was a team effort. We won games because we were a team, not because of our individual athleticism. So, before I get to the awards, I want to give this team one more round of applause for accomplishing. We added a couple because you were so
First we have
Coach's
Choice Awards. And these are the kind of players that, there's always standout players, but you have a great team like this, go win championships, win the California state title, you got to have a lot of support players. And these are the kind of players that we couldn't do without. And they're kind of kids that they kind of, typified the warrior attitude. You know, they just came out, they might not be the best athlete, they might not be playing where they wanted to play, they might not got all the press, but they came to practice, they came to the games, and they played 101% every play. Okay, the first guy we got played center for us, played tough all year, and I can't say enough about his attitude. He's a little guy, but he plays like a 300-pounder, Alex McGee. This guy, he made some tremendous plays for us, made a couple game-winning plays. He made one of the best hits I've seen all year. They call it a penalty, but I definitely don't think so. I wish, at this level it's hard to throw the ball and things like that. I only wish I got to coach him more to see what he gets to do later on in life. He's a great athlete, and I think he's going to be a great standout high school football player. Ari, I miss him. everything that coaches asked of him, showed up to practice every day, smile on his face, worked hard, and never complained. Can't say enough about him either. Rashawn Williams. Okay, now we got our regular awards. This is for the most improved player. And like I said before, this kid came to us. He barely would talk. He wouldn't look anybody in the eye. Just kind of didn't have too much confidence, and kind of let guys push him around a little bit. He wasn't really included. He went out, worked hard, went home, worked hard on the weekends, doing push-ups, doing extra running, getting himself in shape. Like we said, by the end of the year, he wasn't taking crap off anybody. He's knocking guys all over the field. Don Trohart. This award is for Lineman of the Year, which is tough because I wish I could give it to all of them, because I'll tell you, all the guys who played for me on the line this year all did an exemplary job. And, you know, it's very tough to decide, but the one guy who stood out the most in practice, who worked a little bit harder than everybody else, and just did a great job for us all year, Derek Franz.
So, amongst all our coaches, one thing that we agree upon is we win because of the offensive line. So, I want to give a round of applause to every offensive lineman that we have, because each and every one of them were deserving of that award. Each and every one of them stepped up at every given time throughout the season. So, without this offensive line, we wouldn't have gone anywhere. Next award, this is the Warrior of the Year award, and in my opinion, it's probably one of the award that I'm most proudest of, because it exemplifies hard work, being a team player, being a kid that's always pushing his teammates to do better. This kid right here, when I asked him to be a team leader, he was a quiet team leader. He wasn't a big rah-rah guy. He didn't raise his voice, but whenever he needed to, or whenever I needed someone to check one of their teammates, he stepped up and he did it in his own way. A great player, probably deserving of any one of our offensive awards or defensive awards. This year's War of the Year is Adnan Ricky Reheda. All right, this next award, Back of the Year. And a lot of people think it's just a running back position award, but we give this award. It could be a cornerback, a DB, a linebacker. However, this year it is going to a running back. And this kid, first year player in our organization, unstoppable. You know, always ate his Skittles before each game. Kind of like someone up there in Seattle, but like Marshawn Lynch. But this kid ran hard. When we needed the tough yards, the first downs, the big plays, he gave it to us. Okay? And he did a lot of the dirty work. He got us close to the end zone, and we put someone else, we gave someone else to get into the end zone. So, at fullback, Back of the Year, William Bolaños. Defense wins championships. Okay? And we had a great defense. I think we went a period of time where we had almost 12 quarters of football without giving up a score. Towards the end of the season, into the playoffs, this defense really gelled and they came together. This is going out to two football players, two young men that really we felt the coaching staff was solid throughout the season and kind of held this team together. The first one is an inside linebacker. First year, I didn't realize it. I thought he played some linebacker last year at the JV level when he was a D lineman. So learning how to play inside, it's almost being like the quarterback of the defense. And he did a great job. All season long, was in the right position, rarely out of place. Defensive MVP, co-award for Lomi. this award goes to a kid who, got switched probably midway through the season to an outside linebacker position. And he was just lights out. He was unstoppable, always in the backfield, went up to the tournament, and he was just making plays. When you make plays before the line of scrimmage, you're okay. When you make them at the line of scrimmage, you're good. But when you make plays constantly on the other side of the line of scrimmage, you're a great football player. And that's what he did. This goes to Keanu. This next award is to our offensive MVP. We had a lot of candidates that were capable of winning this award. Like I said, we have such a talented team. This is a kid who he enjoyed playing this position, but it really wasn't the position he wanted to play. It's not a position that he had his heart set out to. At the beginning of the season, he was like, Coach, I really want to play running back. But I had to tell him, I said, hey, that's not where the team needs you. I got a core of running backs. And to make this team go, you are the guy who knows every play. You are the guy who's going to make this offense go. Probably he's made some of the most dynamic plays. Sometimes, his coaches were on the sideline, we're like, stop running left and right and just get upfield. But then once you notice, he's running left and right, and then the whole defense is going that way. He cuts back this way, and he's in the end zone. This year's offensive MVP is Aaron Cruz. All right, this is our last award. This is our team MVP, our team most valuable player of the year award. Tough decision amongst the coaches. I think we went back and forth. I had to charge my phone about every 3 hours at work because coaches going back and forth on text messaging. It should be this kid, it should be this kid. And at the end of the day, we all came to an agreement that the one kid that hurt us the most when he was not out on that field, okay? The one kid that made big play after big play. And this year's team MVP goes to Big Play, Brady Ford. That's all of our awards, but last thing I'm going to say is we went up, some of the guys couldn't make the trip, but they would have been welcome on that team. We went up and we played in a national California tournament, and the first team we played was an all-star team from Southern California, from the LA area. And if you follow football, high school football, everybody knows that LA is supposed to be better than up here in football. So we went on YouTube and we saw this camp that Jay Schrader, who was a former NFL football player, he put together a camp and hand selected a bunch of kids from LA. But you know what? We don't do that. We take our boys that we coach all season. And when we went up to that tournament, every team, everybody who's up there, every coach, who you going up against the first round? And I told them, we're going up against the so-called Crusaders. And when I saw the look on those other coaches' faces, it was like, good luck, coach. Good luck. All right, thanks. I'll take that good luck. And this team right here went up there and put a 46-12 whooping on a team. That's our 2013 fall, undefeated for 2 years in a row, California champs, San Francisco Warriors.
One more time, one loud clap for your Super Bowl champions. Just want to thank all the parents who showed up tonight to support their boys and their teammates. We want to thank you, the staff wants to thank you. We want to thank Mr. Coach Joe Egan, who let us use the facility tonight. We will be starting spring sign-up soon. Okay, so keep that in mind. The other teams are really gunning for us in the spring, so we've got to keep these boys together. Thank you. Good night.